Hey, welcome back everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Junior, and today we're going to be unboxing the Metal Club Muscle Bear Voltron Beast King Gold Lion knockoff by originally by Carbonics. This is a knockoff. But I have the Carbonics. We'll be doing a comparison really quickly later on. But when I purchased this, it was like $700, and I'm still very happy with that product because I feel like it's a good value. It's very heavy. A lot of stuff came with it. It's got an excellent stand for display abilities and all that stuff. So I really love that. Now this is supposed to be a straight knockoff, but doesn't have the base. This has the lines and some accessories. But this was around $183. I got mine from Show Z. It's right there. Should be able to see it right here. Show Z. That's where I always get my robots and everything. This is not a sponsored video. I just, I've been using them for a long time, and if you guys are looking for a very reliable store, that's where I go. Anyway, I'm already kind of leery in opening this up because I haven't opened it, and hearing a lot of movement in there, so I'm hoping it's just loose. So we'll cue the fast forward stuff and we'll start cutting. Okay, well, you saw it just as I did. Doesn't have any box at all except for the shipping box. And I'm okay with that because I don't really care about boxes. I have my original Carbonics box, which I have somewhere because, oops, it is one of the better boxes out there. So I have it somewhere. I don't know where it is. So let's open this up. I can't remember if this is how the original was packaged. I don't think so because I don't remember. I don't remember having to put the head for the lion feet. It's pretty heavy. Whoa! Oh, what? That came off? Does that come off? The other one doesn't. The original one doesn't come off. That's very loose. Let me push that in. See what happens. Seems to be okay. I do remember the original that didn't happen. Okay. It's the original plastic head, and also I think there was supposed to be lights in there somewhere. Let me just put the head on first. I think definitely we're gonna be doing a comparison with the original because I feel like a lot of stuff might be different. Okay, the head came in. Went in there pretty slow. Once I put it in there, it seems to be kind of good and in there. Okay, so it does have ratchet. It does have the swivel. This is loose. Okay, and in order to put that in, you just make sure you put it back like that, and then you push it in like that. That's kind of squeaky. And okay, so the reason why I bought this is because I just wanted a line form to go with my Voltron because, yeah, these are kind of like they pop off really easily. Whoa, yeah, that's really easy. I don't remember the original one being popped off like that, so I don't even know what the connection is for the original one. I think one of the problems is because of that movement over there. Um, it's possible that it's not being pushed in properly. But maybe, yeah. See, when you're pushing it in there, it pushes it inside as well, so it won't go in properly into the cavity. So maybe, give me a second. You need to have something behind that so that when you push it in here, it won't push it in on this spot. So let's see. That's kind of a big hassle though, you know. I'm just pushing it some more, make sure it's in there. And I think that once it's in there, you should be good. So as I was saying, I bought this because I wanted line forms for my Voltron because I wanted to use the display. Because this is kind of like wobbly like that, I feel like it's gonna not be able to hold the pose well. That's for the yellow. Whoa! It's literally falling apart. And yeah, it's literally falling apart. I mean, I'm kind of almost interested to compare it with my other one to see if it's constructed the same way. This is all die cast, by the way, except for the toes. These are all die cast. So I'm kind of almost interested in trying to pull out the one on my original to see if it's constructed the same way. Wow, so I just put that in as much as I can and it's still popping off, so that's not really good. Okay, maybe if I just push it in like that, that will do a better job. So before I do that, let me push. Ooh, okay. Maybe that's did the job? I don't know. There's a bit of a gap here. So that's how I do, how I tuck it in. I move the feet back like so. Pull it a little bit out. Don't pull it too much because I think that's what caused it to get undone. So let me just do this one too because I don't think I've got it pushed in all the way. Okay. And just by doing that, it becomes just a little bit more stiffer. So push the leg like that, put it like that, and then tuck it in, then push it back. And that's how you do the... Oh, it still comes off. You can see this is the base that came with the original Carbonics Blitzway Voltron. So it's very, very nice. For comparison. So, and also all the accessories are neatly hidden underneath this really cool hideaway. Um, Now, Carbonics Blitzway did offer their Voltron without this base for $200 less. So originally, or was it $100 less? Originally, I bought this for either 600 or 700, and then the new one they offered was $500. I was tempted to get that one, but thankfully I didn't. So here's the one from the Muscle Bear. The paint app on the sword is just silver, and this is the one from Blitzway. So as you can see, the Blitzway is chrome. It's a little bit getting tarnished a little bit. That's the only thing with chrome. I don't know. At just in temperature or room ambience alone, it just seems to get dull. So anything that's chrome in Blitzway or anything that's silver in the Muscle Bear was supposed to be chrome, but I mean it's $200 cheaper, guys. So you know. And as you can see, I have never even opened this up, never even taken it out of the packaging, or the accessories. And one of the things I noticed is this. Oh, this is for to hold it in the stand, so you don't really need this. That's why it's not in the Muscle Bear. It basically weighs the same, but I mean, it is more presentable or more awesome with the chrome. But again, $200 for the Muscle Bear. And then, as you can see from Blitzway, it literally is just unpainted plastic, which was kind of weird for me at the time. Why they would have these beautifully painted pieces, and then they would have this on the tigers themselves, but they're all virtually identical. Okay, so a direct knockoff. We'll start off on the Yellow Lion. So one of the differences with the late Yellow Lion is that the CDs disc hinges for the feet. That's all chromed out as well. And then for the Muscle Bear, it's not. It's just black. They are the same weight. Let me see what's going on in the back of the Yellow Lion. I was looking into this one because they are the same. See, it's constructed the same way, so I don't know why. Like mine, like the Carbonics one, it's not flop. It's not gonna come off. I think it does come off, but and then looking at this one, I can see that there's no gaps in between that hinge and that insertion point compared to. Can you guys see that? I hope you can. Let me just move my window really quick. My light. See, there's no gap between that light, and then I'm looking at this one. See, there is a gap there. So that's if it keeps on falling, you guys, it needs to be closer in. But like I said, when you're pushing it in, it messes it up. So maybe that's why it still keeps on falling on mine. It just needs to be pushed in some more. And the other thing too is with my Carbonics, the Blitzway, there's a feeling of quality on these things because it's not like floppy or loose, and because it's $600 or $700, I am very, very careful when I'm moving things around. So it's a quality, but at the same time, you're gonna have to be careful because you don't want to damage it. This is like $200. Feels the same, almost looks the same. It's a little bit. See, can you hear that? You can see how this thing's kind of moving. This, there's nothing. It's not gonna move or flop around. That's all on all the line pieces on the carbonics. So for display sake, see that's the way it should be. I feel it should be like that close. But at the same time, it gives me the freedom to mess around with this one, and I'm not afraid. And then you have that squeakiness of the joint that's not here on the Blitzway. Everything's exactly the same, including where the ratchets are supposed to be and all that stuff. The one thing that is, I think I showed it on the Black Lion. I can't remember how it's done here. Oh, here it is. Is it open that way or the other way? I think this opens this way, which is kind of hard. There you go. Okay, so the carbonics actually includes the driver inside, which is cool to see, but the muscle bear doesn't have that. It's a small little detail. It's nice to know the drivers are there, but they're empty inside. But it's, and then all those changes, I didn't transform, or I think I didn't transform the green one, transform the red one, but you know, the chrome really nice, makes for a nice presentation. It feels almost the same. This one's a little bit heavier, so there must be some sort of die cast here where it's not in this one. I just don't know which one is die cast or which part is die cast. I didn't bother to mess around with this one because this is the one that's really hard to move with the carbonics. And again, like I mentioned before, there are no lights on the Muscle Bear. I have lights on mine, but I've never even turned it on. So it's a nice gimmick. It's a nice thing to know, but you know. Where I feel where a lot of the differences in terms of looseness and stiffness is going to be on the main line, because the main line is going to hold really heavy legs and okay arms. So the ratchets on this one really does need to be very, very tight. And they are. This is the Muscle Bear, as you can see, because it's not chrome. And again, this one lights up. This one doesn't. This has a driver, and this one doesn't. It's exactly the difference. Exact differences across the lines. Again, when it comes to the tightness of the joints, the carbonics has a nice balance. It's tight, not overly too tight, but also not loose. And also, I'm pretty sure this extends the torso. I can't get it to extend, so there must be something to see. I'm okay moving this and all that stuff. I'm basically just gonna start transforming the lines. And this was really tight, nice ratchets, nothing loose. I'll transform the Muscle Bear for you guys too, and then I'll put it back on Lion mode when I'm ready. You're supposed to do that when you're putting it in. and then kind of hook this in there, kind of like that. Okay. And then let me put him aside really quickly, and I'll transform my line. If you guys are wondering if you can mix and match the two, you probably can. I'm just not gonna do it because very few of you would probably have both of them at the same time. Yeah, I'll do one of each, just in case you're thinking of buying the Muscle Bear as replacements in case you broke something from your carbonics. But there's really no reason why you'd be combining, mix and matching. Then this just tab to that. This one I can do the transformation because it's fairly easy, and but if you guys want a better transformation, you could go to MGO. MGO has this product as well, and he also reviewed it. Okay, now I can finally. I'm pretty sure the yellow goes to. It locks in there. This locks in there as well. Oh, I forgot. What the heck's this for? Oh, something's missing on my blue. Something fell off during the transformation. This black piece. Which I'm probably gonna steal from this guy now if I don't ever find it. That's the other thing too, that I forgot on Blitzway. There are parts of it that's actually one second, sorry. That's a new one. I'm almost positive that was still there, so it's somewhere in my work table. So I'm not saying the Blitzway is perfect. Is this supposed to be? What am I doing? Certainly with this one, at least if I'm losing something, I'm not gonna be as mortified, but I think he has everything that this guy does. Let me transform one of the arms. Well, you guys saw me transform this during the unboxing, so let me transform the rest and then we'll compare it Voltron to Voltron. I found the piece. It's about 3 feet away from behind me. So it's kind of weird. And I'm going to show you how to take it off anyway, because and I was holding it like this, and that's probably why it popped off. But you press this little button over here to release it. So don't pull this apart. And then this one goes like this. See, it's only by friction. It's not like I don't see any glue, or unless that's dry glue. I don't know. So no harm, no foul. And I wanted to show, was it on this one? Well, now that's weird. Wait, no. See, see now this is tight on the muscle bear. Oh, that's interesting because that was the one that was coming off easily. See, on the carbonics. Now, isn't that something? The carbonics is translucent or clear plastic painted with chrome. That's weird. And I've heard that clear plastic is weaker than regular plastic. I'm curious to pull this off to see. And this one is hard to pull off. It's gonna come off eventually by doing it this way. But this is just all regular plastic. And it's even harder to pull off. I wonder it's because of the clear material. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and retransform this now, and I'll be back with them all fully transformed. I just want to show really quickly because when you need to open this up, you need to pull it from here, from this hinge, because when you put it in, you're supposed to, I showed you guys that this is supposed to go like that, but and then I'm just gonna freaking show you the transformation. I mean, it doesn't matter how long. I mean, either you guys are still with me or not. But you can see the way I'm handling this, the way I'm not so scared and all that stuff. And transforming this, it's because it's cheaper. I mean, $200 is not really cheap, but you know what I mean. Will this be hard to move? It will be. You can grab something to grab that tail in because there really is no grab for it. I'm going to use the carbonics tool for it. And what you do is you just basically use this and kind of put it in that small spot and then pull the whole thing out like that. Yeah, see? And it's really nice to have this ratchet really tight because that's going to hold the whole thing in. But this is plastic anyway, so you didn't really need to have that. Like so. Okay, this one I need to transform. Pull it out. Pull it out. There goes that leg again. And that was the one that I was pushing to see. I'm looking into the cavity of this one. So it goes all the way in, as you can see. So there's no reason why they should not just go in there completely. So I'm going to try to do that again on camera. You know how I had to kind of keep on twisting on that claw? I feel like that's what you might need to do in this one. It's 2 screws in here, so it's not like I can just unscrew it and put it back in there. But knowing that it just goes all the way through kind of tells me that I might be able to kind of force it in there. So it's just a matter of finding the right tool that I can use to give me leverage on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push it and twist it like so. Now, I know you got the cavity for this sucker. Like maybe like a needle nose pliers that can go all the way in and squeeze these two. Oh, this is plastic though. So this thing is going to keep on falling until you get that tight against that piece. For some reason, sorry, I hit my camera. Something is stopping it from going in all the way. And I don't want to do anything to that cavity. It's popped off easily. Is there a section? I don't see anything. Anyway, I'll deal with it, but that's basically what you need to do. You need to make sure that is completely flushed in there. It's kind of a bummer that you're gonna have to do it. You know, there's that click again. Oh, I think I got it. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. It fits better that way. So there must be some sort of groove inside there that allows you to, when it's done like that. So that's how you, I'm not going to pull it anymore, but that's how you do it. Form it, and then because there's this groove over there that allows you to basically push it in, and because of how this is constructed in there, once you have it formed like in this pattern and then push it, and you can squeeze it like that, and that seems to do the trick. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but that seems to have worked for me. So this next stiff on this guy. This is for the secondary stability. Now, when I did that, that might have been kind of scary looking, but I was, making sure that's good like that. This might be a little... Okay, that's better. And then this one's something like that. Goes like that for the leg. That leg is done. That leg is done. I just need to transform this arm. This feels like it should be more flushed. Something's off with my transformation. That one seemed... Wait. No, okay. I'll try the original. See what's going on. See how tough these plastic are. That's why I'm a lot more careful with this one. Okay, see what's going on with this guy. That's kind of nice and straight. Yeah, so what happened with this guy? It's like this is like slightly spread apart, the claws. And yeah, that's the one thing, that's the only thing that was keeping it kind of like splayed out a little bit. Let's see, there's a clip on in here. Let's see if I can clip it on. Okay. And this one just opens up like so. And maybe a little bit of the plastic they used. It's a little bit slightly smidge darker red than this one. I mean, I actually feel a lot more comfortable playing with the Muscle Bear, just because it's so cheap. That really comes off easier than the original. Oh, right. Oh, I still have to transform the Black Lion. Okay. Okay, so I mean, it seems to be like really nice material that was used. I mean, it didn't seem like they skimped on the wrong parts, you know? This one's kind of loose, but in yeah, looks good. Just push it in here. Yep, locks on too. Let's see how this one comes off. Comes off okay. When I pulled out on the blue, that's probably what pulled off the other one, the black piece. Okay, so that's gonna be one of the problems. Because the feet are so heavy on this one. I never had that issue with my carbonics. Let me see. Look at that. Now, this is gonna be going down. You can't. Well, you can't help it. Even this one, be probably over 10 pounds or so. So this one. Yeah. And I'm trying to remember some of the reviews out there. There might be some who complain the same way with their original carbonics. And this one just keeps on opening up. And so your miles may vary. Because I don't often transform this and all that stuff. So and unfortunately I don't often move it. So the joints will be really stiff on mine, as if they were as stiff as they were from the factory. So this is the one. This is from the fake one. The arms just plug in. There's no and because the arms are made out of plastic, it's light. And you can see this one is kind of wobbly, but it can still hold the pose. You can see the electricals in the bottom of the neck of the black lion. That's because it does light up, like I said. Man, these guys are super heavy. I think, let me move on. See how stiff that is compared to that one. As you can see, you can also move it on that ratchet as well, which I'm sure this won't have a problem with, because we saw that it was really nice and tight. But oh boy, exactly the same. So they're exactly the same. This one has a little bit of a give. This one doesn't. It's like a little bit of a give, but for the value of $182 or $198, this is like awesome. Now this is my copy, so yours might have a difference in terms of tolerances and the ratchets, the weakness, and all that stuff. But $200, that's even almost less than the Solo Chugokin, and that's about only this high. I know this waist does go up higher. I've never moved it in mine, I guess. So that's why it's really, really stiff. I don't think there's any kind of look at that. The gold is a little bit more lighter, and this one's a little bit more darker. The gold in this one's chrome, this one's not. But I'm like I said, I'm not gonna display this in robot form. This is gonna be in line form. In fact, let me transform it back and let me show you guys how I'm gonna have it displayed. So there you go, guys. That's how I'm gonna be displaying my muscle bear on the stand. I mean, like, the way, the thing is, the base is big, it's massive. You're only gonna be able to get this with the $700 deal that Blitzway originally did. I don't know if Muscle Bear will ever produce this, and if they do, they'll probably charge more for it. But like, as impressive as the Blitzway design is in robot form, because of the design of this base, it's freaking amazing. You literally, you almost can't decide how you want to display this because this thing is so freaking amazing. The way they designed it, so dynamic. It's perfect. It's just perfect. You know, the Solo Chigokin, I had the Voltus 5 version, and it comes in 5 vehicle forms. And I wish they had a base similar to what they did in this one, because having the Volt machines in V form, that would have been so freaking awesome. But for the price, $200, and all I wanted to do is display them like this, I mean, it's worth it. It's so worth it. I was almost tempted to get two of these, just so I can display them in both forms. And when they offered this one in $500 for $200 cheaper, without the base, I was so tempted to buy it because I wanted to display it in this way. So I'm really, really happy this the Muscle Bear company came out with this. And yeah, it's $200 that I kind of splurged just so I can have it displayed like this. But I also wanted to see what the company's quality is, and I'm not disappointed by the quality for what I'm paying for what I was expecting. This is just perfect. So I hope that helped you guys out with this particular product, and I will see you again soon on the next review. Goodbye.